Okay, so I've come up to Moira in the heart of the National Forest. It's in northwest Leicestershire, to learn from the whole team here about the amazing work that they're doing at regenerating the landscape, planting trees, involving people with nature and involving the local community. So so you're telling me about the fact that a lot of conservation is basically like a giant act of gardening on an enormous scale. But what you inherited here in this part of the country and the work you had done, it was in a sort of ruined landscape. How did the National Forest really spring into life?
It really came from an idea to bring forestry near to where people live and work. And this part of the Midlands, this 200 square miles, was chosen primarily because, the end of the coal mining era in the mid-80s. So this was a landscape in the heart of the forest that was ripe for regeneration.
Yeah. This is what you're looking at now. This was
astonishing, isn't it?
25 years ago. This is Rawdon Colliery, and this is the view in front of you. And you can see the scarring of the landscape, but that was people's lives, that was people's community and livelihood. And you can see that where we are now in the heart of the National Forest, there was no forest, but of course it did come to an end, and then the question was, what do we do with it now? What happens next?
This area became the National Forest in great part because of local support for the project. Local people really got behind it and could see that this is going to be great for our area. It was so heartening because they'd come out of difficult times. It was really heartening, and as you say, that people did see how these changes could have the potential for making lives better here.
Really got to sort of connect on a very basic level with the people in an area and make them feel that this is a part of their lives and part of their responsibility.
Should we go into the woods?
Yeah, let's do it. Because that ash sort of dome he made, I read the story, his account of actually making it.
Yeah.
Right, you've got your blackened kettle. This is like proper woodman stuff. So these are the chairs you make, are they?
All these chairs around are ones that I make. So that's you, just a single piece of you.
Yeah. Yes. This is you. It's all about you.
It's all about you.
It's all about you.
Yeah. I'm a chair maker, but also I run a centre in the National Forest where I teach.
Right.
And I run lots
of... teach furniture making?
I teach chair making. You come along for 7 days and you'll come away with a chair. Always keep your fingers above the axe.
I feel like Matt Baker suddenly.
Yeah, this is it.
We've all gone country file.
We have changed. This is a new career path for you.
Christ, I've got enough careers.
Don't do it.
I don't want any more. Jesus.
There we go.
It's terrible at woodwork at school.
Just push up and down with your foot. That's it. See these lovely long shavings coming off? Some of the time.
C minus.
Can you see sort of, it's a bit damp, and that's the sap.
The sap from sapling.
The sap from a sapling. Let's get
there.
There
we go.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Time for a cup of tea?
Definitely time for
tea. So much tea, so that was wonderful.
This is what I normally do on my courses. So a nice bit of soup, a nice bit of bread, a nice bit of everything. So
yeah, that's good. It feels like you're connecting with a bit of history as well. Managing woodland and making things from wood, it's like that's about as fundamental as it gets in our sort of, this is what's been going on for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years.
Oh yeah. And you have the trees that you've grown to be then made into things. I've got to say that. But it means it's sustainable. So as you say, the stuff that there's no point in sort of just growing trees and leaving them. It's like
what you're saying is you planting the trees is one thing, reclaiming the land and having an idea, but it needs to then pass on. The baton has to be constantly passed.
I'll see the trees being planted and use some of them, but Rowan, who I'm teaching, when he's teaching people the chairs, then he'll be using the wood that's been growing when I was here when it first started 25 years ago.
This is the coal mine area. There's coal and clay extraction open cast, and that's been reclaimed and restored back. It's a snippet of the industrial past, which is getting lost. You won't be able to see it.
Do people have mixed feelings about that? Are you going to monumentalise the history in some way?
We've just had a project called Black to Green, which went through that industrial story. And
I think it's important. It's quite stirring looking at the images of what it used to be like, because of the human story that's woven into it.
And definitely we never want to completely obliterate that. You know, the evidence of mining is absolutely part of the heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we launched Timber Festival last July, heading for the second one this coming July, and basically wanted to create an amazing event that told the story of the National Forest, the transformation we've created here. So whether it was music or a spoken word or talks and great music happening.
I guess most of the time it's just you all working away, working hard on building relationships, communities, getting people in.
Yeah.
It's quite small scale, it's hands-on, you know, and then suddenly you see loads of other people coming in and enjoying it, and then you get some kind of emotional release and feedback.
Absolutely, yeah, and to share it and show it at its best and like dress it. The trees here were kind of all lit up, like literally lit up.
Interested to learn. It's fantastic to see your project, how it's growing and how your thinking is growing as you see the success of it and how it connects back into the community in the regenerative way. This festival, everything giving it even more momentum. It's amazing. I wish you all the best with it.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
So
Good luck with the
Thanks for
tour.
having me.
Thanks so much for your time. But a joy to talk to you about it because of
I've
your
really enjoyed
interest and knowledge. So thanks very
Thank you.
much for coming to see us, and see you again.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Great. Good.
Just so you
Finish
know.
my chair.
Yeah.